What are we all seeking? Okay, and this is something to really take some time to reflect on. What are we all seeking? What are we all looking for in life? What is the goal here? Okay, like what is the motivation behind everything that you do? And if you really follow it, okay, to the root, okay, it's not like, well, I'm doing stuff for money. Okay, well, why do you need the money? Okay, like follow the trail of whys. It always comes down to happiness. Okay, and happiness here with a capital H, basically a continuous state of happiness with no sorrow, no suffering, no anxiety, no worry, just that feeling of peace and just being at ease. That's what we're all after. This is what drives us. This is what we're seeking. Okay, everything you're doing right now, you're doing it to hit this state, to experience this state of just being continuously happy. Okay, and it's not the happiness you're used to experiencing either, which is that dirty high where you're kind of afraid of losing it. It's just that continuous state there. But this is our default natural state, which you say. This is our very nature. Okay, like being happy, the reason we're all seeking is that's actually what we are. Okay, we are this continuous state of just happiness with no sorrow, no suffering. Now, the mistake we make is we are this, but we tell ourselves that we're not. Okay, like that's our default. We're like, no. I'm not happy, okay, capital H, and I'm going to go out and find ways to be happy. Okay, which is basically the wrong assumption, and this is why it never really works. Okay, if you look around, yeah, people are achieving a lot. They're making a lot of money. They're getting a lot of, say, material things. Right now, you probably have a whole list. You know, if I got this, I would be happy. But you can probably think of someone else who has those things who's not happy. It's like no one is finding it, and it's impossible to find it. Okay, if you really think of it this way, that's our nature, is being happy. We tell ourselves we're not happy. We seek that happiness externally, but because it's based on that wrong assumption, it just never works. Being happy is not something you grow into, it's something that you already are. Okay, and you realize that, like you get there by realizing that you're already there. That's it. It's something you just kind of sink into. The more you can just let go of all these, again, external things, these limitations, these, you know, like you identifying yourself with anything else but that. You let go of all that, you let go of the thoughts, you let go of the emotions, and you reconnect and sink into that happiness with a capital H.
A friend of mine gave me some advice, and I forget the actual quote, but it basically said, embrace your life, its pain, its sorrow, its adversity. And I think that one of the things you realize as you get older is there's going to be bad days, there's going to be dark days, but you got to embrace it, because that pain is what makes you stronger. Success is not measured on the days when the sun shines. Success is measured on the dark, stormy, cloudy days. And if you can't absorb failure, you're never going to meet success.
One of the best things that could ever happen to anybody is hitting rock bottom. For a couple reasons. I mean, I've seen anybody that's ever done anything big in their lives, they will share with you about a moment of hitting rock bottom. The reason why rock bottom is very, very important is because it tells you nothing comes easy. You know, you yourself, when you hit rock bottom, you learn a lot about yourself when you hit rock bottom, because you find out what you really are made up of.
That's why we love to invest in entrepreneurs in Shark Tank that have been battle tested. Failure is what makes you stronger.
You make decisions and come out of things when you hit rock bottom and you start realizing this thing goes by like this, life goes by pretty quickly, and how you respond when you hit rock bottom will say a lot about your life.
If you don't learn how to master the breaking point, you may have many ventures, but you will not accrue massive success in any area because you have not mastered the breaking point. Every time life runs you to a breaking point, you will give up and quit. You will back away and run. You will say, this is too hard, this is too emotional, this is too stressful, and you will back away. You cannot be a champion until you have survived a breaking point.
Run! You should run, because you shouldn't live in darkness. But if you keep on running, you're gonna see that light. In the beginning, it just looks like a little circle. And that's when things start working out a little bit. You start to say, hey, I'm getting the hang of this. I'm getting some rewards from this. And as you keep going towards it, what happens to that little circle, right? It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And you just keep running. And you start to feel the euphoria and the passion, the excitement associated with getting closer and closer and closer until it starts to absorb you.